you know where Harappans are living, what they grow, what they eat, and who ruled in the Indus Valley Civilization? Today, we are diving into one of the greatest mysteries of ancient history, the Harappan Civilization, also known as Indus Valley Civilization. From its impressive urban planning to its sudden decline, we will explore everything you need to know. The Harappan civilization, also known as Indus Valley Civilization, was one of the world's earliest urban civilizations. It flourished around 2500 BCE to 1900 BCE. The early Harappan is 6000 BCE to 2600 BCE, mature Harappan 2600 BCE to 1900 BCE, late Harappans 1900 BCE to 1300 BCE. The civilization was first discovered in 1921 at Harappa, Pakistan by Daya Ram Sani. Harappan culture had their own unique pattern style, evidence of agriculture and animal herding, and some crafts. The settlements associated with these culture were generally small in size. They used subsistence strategy. They had a diverse diet including a wide range of plants and animals. Wheat, barley, lentil, chickpea, sesame, millets are found in the sites in Gujarat. Finds of rice are relatively rare. Archaeobotanists study charred grains. Bones of cattle, sheep, goats, buffalo, and pigs, boar, deer, and gharial, and fish and fowls are found. Agriculture technologies. Agriculture indicate the discovery of grain. Seals and terracotta sculptures suggest the use of oxen for plugging. Irrigation was probably required for agriculture in semi-arid region. Traces of canal have been found at Shatugai but not in Punjab or Sindh. Water reservoirs in Dholabira may be used for storing water for agriculture. Terracotta models of plugging have been found at Cholistan and Banavali. Evidence of plugged field with two sets of furrows has been found in Kalibangan. The Harappan civilization developed a unique urban center with Mohenjo-daro being one of the most known sites. The settlement of Mohenjo-daro is divided into two sections, the citadel and the lower town. The citadel, smaller but higher, buildings were constructed on mud brick platforms, walled, public purpose buildings. The lower town, much larger but lower, several buildings were built on platforms, walled, residential buildings. If the platform were placed, building activity was restricted to a fixed area on the platform, suggested careful planning. Standardized bricks were used in the construction with a specific ratio of length, breadth, height seen throughout the Harappan settlements. Laying out drainage. Harappan sites had a well-designed drainage system. The lower town had roads and streets laid out in the grid pattern. Streets with drain were constructed first and followed by houses. Each house need to have a wall along with street for wastewater to follow into the drain. Domestic architecture. The lower town at Mohenjo-daro had residential buildings centered around courtyards. The courtyards were likely used for cooking and weaving, especially during the hot and dry weather. Privacy was important as there were no windows on the ground level walls and the main entrance didn't provide the view of the interior or courtyards. Each house has bathroom paved with bricks with drain connected to the street drain. Some houses had stairs leading to the second floor or the rooftop. Many houses had wells. Total 700 wells were found in the Mohenjo-daro. The citadel. The citadel contains structure used for special public purposes. This structure involves warehouses and the great baths, large rectangular tanks surrounded by a corridor. Small buildings with 8 bathrooms was located nearly with the drain connection to the main corridor. Scholars suggested that the unique structure and the location in the citadel indicate it was used for the special ritual baths. Tracking social differences, burials that were generally laid in pits. Some graves contain pottery, ornament, copper mirrors. Jewelry has been found in both male and female burials. They didn't bury precious items with them. Looking for luxuries. Utilitarians, object of daily use, made fairly easily, ordinary material, stone or clay, curie, potteries, needle, flesh rubber, body scrubber, etc. Luxuries, rare or made from costly non-local materials or with complicated technologies, little pots of faience. Geological extension, Harappa in Pakistan, Mohenjo-daro, Pakistan, Dholabira, Gujarat, India, Lothal, Gujarat, India, Kalibangan, Rajasthan, India. Finding out about craft production. Chanhudaro extensively devoted to craft production, specialized drills been found in Chanhudaro, Lothal or Dholavira. Nageshwar and Balakot specialized center for making shells objects. The variety of material, stone like jasper, crystal, steatile, metal like copper, bronze and gold, shells, faience, and the terracotta or identifying center of production, raw material, tools, unfinished object, reject or waste materials. Copper was also probably brought from Oman. Chemical analysis have shown that both Omani copper and the Harappan artifact have traces of nickel. Mesopotamian texts mentioned contact with Dilmul, the island of Bahrain, Mangan, Oman, Melua, the Harappan region, land of seafarers. Seals script weight. Harappan seals usually have a line of writing. Most inscriptions are short, longest is 26 signs. Harappan script, too many signs, somewhere 375 to 400. Precise system of weights made up of stone, chert, cubical. There are different opinions on authority. First, no ruler. Second, no single ruler but several. Third, a single state. Fourth, maybe a democratic setup, we don't know. Lastly, the end of the civilization. By approximately 1800 BCE, sites in this region such as Cholistan has been abandoned. Disappearance of weights, seals, special beads, writing, long-distance trade, and craft specialization. Late Harappan or successor culture, ruler way of life. Discovering the Harappan civilization. Cunningham Confession. The first Director General of the ASI, mid-19th century, Cunningham's main interest used the accounts left by the Chinese Buddhists 4th and the 7th century CE. Dayaram Sani discovers seals at Harappa. Rakhaldas Banerjee discovers seals at Mohenjo-daro. John Marshall, Director General of ASI, announced discovery of the Indus Valley in 1924. Ignored the stratigraphy. R.E.M. Villiers correct the mistake of John Marshall, Director General of ASI in 1944. Followed the stratigraphy of the mountain. This is all about the Harappan civilization or Indus Valley Civilization. Stay tuned for more knowledge.